Every truly difficult decision in your life has one thing in common: self responsibility. And that's exactly why most people avoid them. So, here's today's question: what was the hardest decision in your life, and what did it reveal about you? Welcome, friends. I'm Fred. Here we talk about business, investments, training, and real life, always from my personal perspective. And today, we are talking about difficult decisions, not everyday decisions, not small choices, but the decisions that change the direction of your life. Hard decisions don't happen all the time, and there's a reason for that. They carry weight, they create consequences, they demand accountability, and most people spend their lives trying to avoid exactly that. Because the moment you make a hard decision, you lose the right to complain. Hard decisions usually appear in moments like this, when you have a child and you must decide what kind of parent you will be. When you run a business and you must decide whether to continue or shut it down. When you face a health issue and you must decide how seriously you will treat it. These moments have something in common. No one can make the decision for you, and no excuses survives afterward. Let's talk about fatherhood. Speaking as a man, because I am one. Some men say, I help when I can. I do my part. Other men step in completely. They participate daily. They show up consistently. The second path is much harder. Why? Because it leaves no room for excuses. And excuses are everywhere. I don't have time. I don't have money. I'm too tired. I overwhelmed. The man who takes responsibility goes anyway. That's what responsibility looks like in practice. Now, let me be fair. Not every situation is equal. Not everyone starts from the same place. Some people genuinely have fewer resources, less time, more pressure. That's real. But here is the uncomfortable truth: responsibility doesn't mean perfection, it means ownership. You don't need to do everything, but you must stop pretending it's something else's job. Now, let's talk about relationships. Online, there's a lot of male victim mentality. You see content saying, focus on yourself, work on your value. Women can't be trusted. It's all their fault. Here is the contradiction no one talks about. If everyone, everything is someone else's fault, you don't need to change. And if you don't need to change, you don't grow. At the end of a relationship, you have two paths. Path one: she ruined everything. I did my best. I was misunderstood. In that story, she's the villain. You are the victim. And victims don't improve. Path two: we were two adults. She made mistakes. I made mistakes. And now I will take full responsibility for my part. That position is painful, but powerful. Because now growth becomes possible. There are real victims in life. If someone steals your phone, you didn't choose that. You don't need to grow from that event. But most stories we hear online aren't like that. They are stories where responsibility is avoided. Because avoiding responsibility feels safe. Let's talk about business. Brazil is a hard place to run a business. That reality is known. If you decide to start one anyway and it fails, the responsibility is still yours. Not because you are stupid, not because you are weak, but because you enter a difficult environment without being ready enough yet. That clarity doesn't destroy you, it frees you. Because now you can say, next time I will be better prepared. Most people resist responsibility because it feels heavy. The victim position feels lighter, comfortable. But comfort has a hidden cost. Over time, it turns into stagnation, resentment, bitterness. Responsibility is heavy at first, but it gets lighter as you grow. Victimhood feels light at first, but gets heavier every year. The real revelation. This is what hard decisions reveal about you. Not how smart you are, not how strong you are, but how willing you are to carry the weight of your own life. Every truly difficult decision forces you into self responsibility. There is no growth without it, no maturity without it, no real freedom without it. That's my position. Now, I'd like to hear from you. What was the hardest decision of your life? And what did it reveal about you? Share it in the comments so we can continue this conversation. Thank you for being here, and I see you in the next video.